big car guy, and it's got the piping on there. I've never been a big traveler.
Red is a digital cinema company.
He was the Aquaman?
Aquaman, yeah.
High-end luxury car.
Or like a classic.
Some people do some crazy different things. Hey everyone, this is Ron with RJ Productions, and this is Adrian Martinez, and we are doing a new thing today. This is actually gonna be sort of like a podcast verse episode that we're gonna be doing now. This is something that I'm gonna be going forward. And basically what we're gonna do on this is basically kind of what you guys want us to do. Number one, we're gonna talk about products, new things that are coming out, Harley news, automotive news, traveling, kind of things that we're getting ready to do for the channel, trips and things that we're getting ready to do, different products that we're gonna be using. Like for instance, we just ordered a new kind of arm thing to actually put this DJI camera that I'm recording with right now. This is the Osmo 3 Pocket 3. And we're gonna be connecting that to the vehicle and getting some riding shots with the bikes. And so Adrian's gonna be helping me with that. And for you guys that don't know Adrian one, he's a good friend of mine. He's being a blessing to me. He won't be on the episode all the time, but he's actually one that's I'm consulting with to kind of set all of this up and find the right cameras and things. He's also been kind of my advisor on a lot of these things that I've been doing. And obviously I got a lot of opportunities to do better. And so Adrian is helping me with that. So if I do something messed up, don't blame it on Adrian. It's all me. It's just because, you know, I got an opportunity to do everything that he tells me. But no, he's a great guy and he does this. And so he knows all about all of this different audio, lighting, cameras, recording, editing, all these things. So he kind of gives me advice and helps me out on those. Plus he's a big car guy. So he loves cars, knows a lot about cars, way more than I do. So a lot of times we do a lot of trips together. We go different events and he knows the food places too. So he's great on that. So that's why we got a good relationship. So you guys will see a lot of Adrian from time to time in the videos and different travel things that I do. But Adrian, tell me about kind of how you helped me put all this together.
You know, Ron was just wanting to start doing some podcast stuff. So, you know, it was a matter of just, you know, getting with him and, you know, figuring out what chairs you wanted, you know, and, you know, okay, what kind of decor we're going to use. You know, you had the unfortunate accident with your CVO.
Yes.
So we're going to turn your old bag into a nice little
kind of art piece
on the wall, like shelf situation, you know, from lighting, you know, just testing out different lights. I think you got a good camera setup that you've been using in your trips. It looks really good.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think it's a great camera to start this out with.
100%. And I remember I was asking him about cameras and stuff, and he told me, hey man, there's this new camera come out, the Osmo Pocket 3. And he's like, I think you really need to get it. And I was like, oh, okay. I looked at it, I was like, oh, okay, but I got my phone. I think it's doing fine. He's like, no. And so anyway, I hesitated for a while. And then later I started even hearing, like he told me when it first came out, then I started hearing all these good things about it. Everybody's like, you know what, Adrian, I think I'll get that camera that you told me to get. And ever since we got it, man, this thing is awesome. I mean, I haven't even tapped into probably 2% of the potential of it.
Oh yeah. I mean, the camera can do so much. And then, you know, the fact that it's recording 4K, it has the gimbal. So, you know, when you attach it to your bike and go rolling, you know, it's stabilizing itself. You know, the shots aren't looking like you're on a boat or something getting seasick. So it's a great camera. You know, in the production world, you know, I see a lot of people who are small videographers and they've taken a lot of advantage of what that camera can offer. You know, what they're putting out is very, very amazing.
Now, I've been super impressed. So I know some of you guys may know or may not know, but for my actual regular job, what I do is I'm a real estate agent, so I'm a realtor. And so we do a few little videos, which again, it's something that I'm new to this video space, and kind of that's what even got me a little bit more involved in actually doing this YouTube channel, because I'm having to get comfortable on video now in the real estate world, because the real estate world is moving to, you know, videos and you know, advertising on Instagram, Facebook, all these things. And so I'm having to do some of those things now. So one of the reason that I kind of got in this is I need to get more comfortable on the camera, right? And being able to talk to people on the camera, feel comfortable doing videos, being able to be myself. Because I don't know if any of you guys have ever tried any of this before, but it's a lot different when the camera's on to like be yourself versus when it's not. And so it seems weird. You wouldn't think it would be, but it is.
Oh yeah, I try to stick behind the camera.
Gotcha, because of that. That's true. That's true. But you know, after I've been doing it now, I guess you could say maybe a year that I've been working on getting actually, with the camera. I have some. Oh, you guys probably seen a lot about. I guess I got my first Harley about 4 years ago, and before that, I had got the Ninja, which I've had motorcycles since I was 21. And but yeah, I shot some footage with my phone and just was thinking about doing it some years ago, and I kind of recorded some things when I was documenting some things when I was getting my first Harley. But I never actually did anything with it. So now I'm going back and getting all that footage and actually editing it, adding some stuff to it, and actually putting it out there. Because a lot of the things, one of the reasons I thought about it back then was I did like the concept of storytelling, especially when it was real life, involving the things that, us guys are passionate about, motorcycle, cars and all of that, because I really don't watch TV. There's nothing on TV. I might watch a movie every now and then, sometimes sports, but other than that, I don't watch TV, and I like to watch things that I'm interested in and learn about them and see what people are doing and experiencing, and that I can actually go do myself. And so that when I got my Harley, that I was able to find like on product reviews and find out ideas and things what people are doing to the bike, so I could figure out what I wanted to do, especially because I was so new to the Harley world. I'd never had a Harley, didn't know much about it, and so I was looking for answers and just finding out things. And so I thought, hey, I've always been thinking about doing something, so let me just go ahead and kind of record some of my experiences and some of the products that I'm getting, so that I can let other people know about them. Because when I can't find a review on the Memphis Shades, I did see the one from Traveling Tall, which gave me the idea of it and made me aware of products that I didn't even know were out there. So that's a big reason why I'm doing this. Number one is just for guys to give back to the guys that actually put content out, that have helped us to be able to fix things, buy things, and get advice, so we can review things before you go spend all your money on them. Because we all hate it when we have to buy something and it's not what we wanted, and we find out it wasn't even worth it, and now we got to go buy it again and buy it again. And I did a lot of that on audio, and so I need to, like, especially on my first bike, I probably upgraded audio 3 times. I probably spent I don't even know how much money I spent.
It's like Ray in the CVO. He bought that tuning upgrade, or that ECU thing. Yes,
he bought the Power Commander thing, and it didn't really do much.
And he wasn't happy with it.
Exactly. And that's one of the things that we're going to be doing on this podcast channel is actually bringing Ray in, letting him talk about his experience on that, so you guys can know about it. I mean, sometimes it's cool, we get behind the camera, we do recording with the actual bikes and go over these things, but sometimes it's good for you guys to get we can give you even a lot more in-depth information when we just sit down and just kind of go through the whole process of this product, what we learned, and all of these steps. And so we're going to be working on that. We're going to be shooting some things with the bikes too. Actually, we have some reviews that we're going to get ready to shoot actually Saturday. We're going to shoot a review, our 1-year review on the CVOs, the Harleys, the 2023 and a half, so whatever you want to call it. So Ray and I both got those bikes when they came out, and so we've been on multiple trips. I believe I'm somewhere around 14,000 miles on it now within a year, and so we're going to go talk about that, the mods, all these things, so that I want to bring that content. But yeah, I mean, that's what we're going to be doing now. And also in this space, we're going to be involved in the space. So I need your help. I need your comments. I need you to subscribe. I need you to let me know what you like about the channel, what I'm doing, things that I can do better, things you guys would like to see. We're going to be kind of modeling this space. This is day 1. This is kind of the rough draft and how we got it set up, how you guys like it, if we need to zoom in, zoom out, looking at maybe like how we're going to decorate the space and kind of just make it a man cave, just a nice little guys area to kind of sit down and vibe, and we'll invite other people in, do interviews, and get just kind of feedback background. I think that's just something in the space that I haven't seen a lot of. The other thing, what I was telling Adrian about, like for me, I have a super busy schedule, is that I am, I'm working all the time. I'm traveling to go show homes and go do listings and things like that. I'm on the road in my vehicle. My truck is like my office a lot of times. And then also, as I'm working out and things like that in the gym, I like to have something that I listen to that, I'm getting information on. And so a lot of the stuff on channels on YouTube, I listen to it while I'm driving in my truck to an appointment, or I might listen to it while I'm in the gym working out. I mean, sometimes I even play YouTube stuff while I'm in the shower just to listen to it. I'm not really watching it. I'm just listening to, product reviews, or listen to, different things that I like. Like there's a sport podcast. I listen to Laker Nation a lot. And those guys, I mean, there's really nothing a lot of times to see, but just me being able to go really quick on my phone, go to it, listen to something that's, I'm learning, or just kind of getting entertained on things that I'm interested in while I'm driving.
Yeah.
Because I don't have time to sit down and actually watch TV. And so it's another reason that I wanted to do this and just, see how we could evolve it. So guys, please subscribe, give us feedback, let us know. We're going to be involved in the space. Also, what do you think about these chairs? We had a big battle over the chairs. What do we do? Because I've always wanted these chairs for my little man cave, because I feel like, man, this is cool. It reminds me with the diamond stitching. It reminds me of a high-end luxury car,
or like a classic car with a pimped out upholstering job.
Upholstery, yeah. And it's got the piping on there, like you would see in maybe something like an Escalade now. They got the piping on here. You got the diamond stitching, things like that.
Like an old C10 slammed to the ground with some beautiful saddle leather diamond stitch bench seats, and you got the piping all the way around it.
Yes, yeah, man, them C10s are nice. And there's so many different versions of. Oh, that's one thing that we could do. We could talk about. Guys, tell us what you think about for the channel. Would you like it if we go to, it's a big car show that they have at the Texas Motor Speedway at the NASCAR race here in Fort Worth. And they have all of the old school cars and trucks out there. I mean, it's a big show. Good guys. The Good Guys car show. Yes, that is awesome. I've been once, and man, all the classic, there's so many. It's so big. It was so cool when I went. And so that's something that I would love to do again, video, bring you guys some footage of that. But even things like rallies, biker blues and barbecue, that's something that we could talk about, our experiences, because I've gone for 3 years in a row now, and I'm learning about new rides and different places to go that I didn't even know about the first couple of times that I went. And by meeting different people as I go, I learn more things. And I mean, for somebody if you didn't know anybody and you never been to Biker Blues and Barbecue, you wouldn't know about some of the amazing rides and views and places to go. And then also I want to hear from you guys, where have you been? Which rallies have you been to? What do you like about those rallies? I mean, some rallies are all about the partying. Some rallies are about the rides. And then some rallies are about maybe products that you get to see first. Anything that you guys think that, we need to talk about, expose, especially on travel. I have a video that's going to be coming out. It's called, it's when we went to a place in Arkansas where you can ride UTVs, and you go up in the mountains, you go through the creeks and all those things. And I didn't know that this existed for a while. But then when I found out about it, man, we go almost every time.
There's that place down in Houston that has something similar that we've talked about maybe putting on the calendar.
Yes, I remember, because that one I think you can bring your own, or they have some that you can rent out. Yes, yes, a couple of places. So we want to go to some of these places maybe you guys have heard about and you haven't been. We want to do an episode on it. We want to travel and go and bring you the feedback, the reviews, where to stay, where not to stay, what to do, what not to do, where to go eat. That's what I want this channel to be about. Motorcycle, cars, traveling, food, reviews, product reviews. That's why I wanted to do it as RJ Productions, because I didn't want to do it as RJ's Harley, I didn't want to put myself in a box, because I wanted to be able to be open and be able to be creative. And I feel like all of these things cross paths. And that's one of the reasons why I bought the Harley, is I was looking for something for me and my wife to do. I've always loved motorcycles. That was a no-brainer. But to be able to, my wife always wanted to travel. I've never been a big traveler. I didn't travel growing up. We were poor. We didn't go on vacation. I mean, I could tell that whole story. If you guys wanted to hear that, let me know. But I could give you a story of my childhood, how I didn't think I would ever in my life leave Texas or the Dallas-Fort Worth area, or I grew up in East Texas out in the country, but to me, traveling was going to Dallas and Houston. That was vacation or traveling, and actually just going to go see my grandparents or going to go see my aunts and uncles in Houston. That was it for me. And so just because of that, I didn't have a desire to travel. And so, but now that I'm older, I'm able, and my wife loves to travel. And again, I'm still breaking into that. And now that my kids are grown and it's just me and her, and we bought the bike so that I would travel on the bike with her, and it would make it fun for me to travel because I love riding a motorcycle and I need some live action going because of my personality. So, but there's so much more to that I can tell you, but just, letting you know, like, that's one of the reasons I got it. But involved in motorcycle, that's part of the fabric of motorcycling, right? It's customizing your bike, making it your own, telling your story, going on your adventure, and what's the next part of your adventure? What can you share with somebody else about what you did that they need to experience? And that
it's like Jason Momoa, I think, the movie actor.
Oh yeah, I think you know what you're talking about. Yeah. He was the Aquaman.
Aquaman, yeah. So Red is a digital cinema company.
Okay.
A few years ago, they came out with a camera called the Komodo.
Okay.
And it's basically a small format camera.
Okay.
That's easier to travel with, easier to carry.
Mm-hmm.
Red has been known for the film industry, big camera, film at an 8K, 16K resolution.
Wow. Okay.
And they made a pocket-sized camera called the Komodo.
Okay.
And to launch it, they hired Jason Momoa. Basically sent them a few cameras and let them
go have fun.
And so one of his big things, because Jason Momoa likes his Harleys.
Okay.
And one of his things on his list was he wanted to ride with that might not be the right name.
Okay.
But it's a crew that gets together once a year in the cold winter times.
Oh wow.
And it's just raw get together. These bikes, and the bikes could be from like cruisers or to just like a straight up just riding bike.
Wow.
They terrain through this harsh weather, the snowy lands, the ice.
Wow.
And so he brought the Komodos out with him, and he had a little film crew with him, and they filmed this whole thing. It was just an insane thing.
Yeah.
And
I think you showed me some footage on this. Yeah. We need to find out what that's called. You probably know the channel or what who channel that was on, because I love to give guys that have done great things credit, so you guys can follow them and watch them, because those guys inspire me to actually do some of what I'm doing, and I want to give them credit because I got so much value from them. Guys like Traveling Tall on his channel, guys like Cycle Fanatics, Robert Simmons, Be the Boss, your motorcycle, like those guys, man. So many guys that I watch. I know there's others that I'm thinking about. Kelly B. Glidden, he's got his channel. So like, I like to give credit to these guys because, man, they've done some really cool things. Yeah. And like that footage that you showed me, I was like, man, this is crazy that I didn't even know that people were actually doing things like this, but it was really cool. Yeah. What was the name? Do you remember the name of that guy's channel that had that on there?
Well, it was either Jason Momoa's YouTube channel or it was the Red Cinema. YouTube channel.
Yeah. We'll try to find some of that and put it in the description, because man, that's like, if you're just looking for something really cool to watch and see some people do some crazy different things, because they were in the ice and riding these motorcycles in the ice.
And
then
they had these
hardcore. And then they did the cars in the ice and stuff too. And I was just like, man, this is crazy, but it was really cool. Yeah. And like some really cool stuff. And so really neat. Obviously these guys have the money and the background to be able to do some of these really cool things, but still it's inspirational and
something to look
toward, to strive for. And so that's kind of what we're doing here. Starting where I'm at, and I'm doing the best that I can do with what I got. And and as we go, the idea is to elevate everything and to make it better, and with you guys' help and advice, and people that want to collaborate to be able to do some great things. I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, man, this has been awesome. But yeah, remember, we got to find a name for this. We got to call it the Man Cave episode 1, or the Chamber, or the Room, or the Boardroom 1. I don't know. I'm right now, again, I like to go do fun stuff and crazy stuff, but when it comes to some of those super creative, phrasings and words. I'm not the best at it, so I need you guys' help. So come up with a great name, but yeah, we're gonna bring these product reviews and different things, and we got some different themes that we're gonna show you guys. We're gonna be evolving this space and hopefully making it look better and making the quality better. Let me know about my mic and how everything is sounding. We're gonna do our best. Obviously, we know everybody's different. Some people are gonna like some things, and some people are gonna hate that. So we're gonna try to land somewhere in the middle. So don't think that we're not taking your advice. We're just trying to get the consensus and do the best that we can to make it good for everybody. And then look for that video on my YouTube channel where we interview the Dallas police officer. You should see that. I was actually at the state fair, and I met one of the motor officers, and he was gracious enough to talk to me, kind of tell me his experience with his Harley Davidson and riding it for the PD, which is obviously a different experience than what we do. I know a couple of motor officers for different police departments, and hopefully, maybe we can get some more of them that would be, willing to come and sit down and talk with us and tell us about their experience and how they got there. I know one of the officers was telling me about how he was a rider kind of like us, an everyday rider, but when he decided to apply to the motor officer training, he said he had to learn so much, and he couldn't believe how much of a better rider he is now from going through that school. And so it'll be cool to kind of get some of his thoughts on the training and the process and how he's went and some of the things that he does now. They have some really neat stories. If you ever get a chance to talk with a motor officer, talk to him, sit down, ask him questions about, hey, what's the experience like? What do you guys go through? Tell us about the weather. Tell us about when you're out there on your motorcycle all day long, because, we ride, but we don't ride for our job 40 hours a week, right? And so these guys are out there, 40 hours a week on their bike. So they see some things, and they drop their bikes, they get hit. You wouldn't believe some of the stories if you sit down and talk to some of these guys. So those are some of the things that we want to do, bring those interviews to you, and hopefully we can keep growing this thing and make it bigger and make it more exciting and fun. But anyway, I think that's it, because I might just start rambling now, but we'll be coming quick with episode 2, and we'll see where we evolve everything. And we're going to be looking at your comments and everything that you say and tell us to do, so that we can start incorporating some of those in. So please don't be shy, and just let us know if you like what we're doing. Hey, that a boy, whatever. We appreciate it all. Thanks for subscribing and watching and sharing. And we look forward to talking to you guys soon. All right, RJ out.